What the hell? Playing a bloody pokey machine. Yeah, righto. All right. Hey everyone, you're having sauce with James, and today we're checking out some Temu purchases. Basically, I've taken $100, I've dropped it on Temu for all workshop supplies just to see if these prices are for real and whether these products are for real. So let's take a look at what I bought for the $100 and see whether I got ripped off or whether it was worth it. Hey guys, quick little disclaimer on the video. This video is not about promoting Temu. This is about promoting savings for you guys. I'm a big believer in always supporting your local. For me, Australian-made products all the way. But the reality is a lot of products that aren't made in our country are imported directly from China. And this is about saving you some money and saving the markup that the big boxes do put on these products for us. So let's see if we can't save some money and get some good product. So first up off the bat, all the dollars, I'm going to explain this in Australian, and I've taken the base prices from the big box stores around town here. I've taken the absolute home brand base product to compare it to, so we're on an even playing field. So let's kick off. The first thing I've purchased here is some painter's tape. Now this is 14-day guaranteed tape, so essentially you can leave it on whatever you're masking off for 14 days with that residue sticking. 4-pack, it looks like reasonable quality. I haven't used this yet, obviously, but Temu was $6.47 for the 4-pack, and the big box in town is $6.50 for one. So you get 3 free. All right, so that's the painter's tape. Keep that one over there. Next one up, we've got Carpenters Pencil. So this is stuff that I use all the time, right? I'm buying this stuff in the hardware store, I'm picking up something else, and I grab a packet of these type things as well, right? So these Carpenters Pencil, this is a 12-pack. This costs $3.78 on Temu for the 12. They look like pretty decent quality. I hold them up, it's a grey lead, they'll work fine. They were $3.78 for a 12-pack in the big box, and $6 for a 12-pack, so just over half the price there, not too bad. Then the next one we've got up is Multitool Bits. Now this is very interesting. So this is for my Milwaukee multi-tool bit, and the cheapest I can get these in the hardware store for a 3-pack is $34.98. Now on Temu, this is a 5-pack with $6.47. So absolute bargain. Now these are just for cutting wood, and you can see they got that star shape. They also have them in a couple of other locking devices. You can buy these in more bulk if you like, but we will give these a shot to show you how they work. Absolute bargain. Next one up, we've got solar. Now I go through this stuff, quite a bit of this stuff, right? I actually just did a sprinkler system upgrade, and I used solar on all the wires for that. I bought this 1.2 gauge solder wire, it's 50 grams. I picked this up for $3.15, and in my electronics store, the made in China stuff is $8.83. So huge saving on solder, get on it. The next one I've got up here is heat shrink. This is another thing that I use a heap of, and we'll see if this stuff's any good and works as well. But this was an absolute steal, this stuff. You get it in a fancy box in your electronics store. All right, so this is the heat shrink for sealing up wires after you've soldered them, etc. The same box, I swear it's the same stuff, in the electronics store was $29.95. It just came in a plastic case. This was $2.44. Don't believe me for it, I'll give it a shot. We'll see if the stuff works before we say it's a great buy, but that is really good buying if it works. Then sample pop brushes. Again, I use these for spreading glue, moving grease around, whatever it might be. It doesn't need to necessarily be paint, but I use and abuse paint brushes, and I hate washing them up. This was a 30-pack. Now, they are cheap, right? There's a purpose for these. We're not painting houses with them. But $6.74 for a 30-pack. For 2 of these in my hardware store, it's $3. Like, it's just crazy money. So, absolute bargain. Thrilled with that. We'll take that one as a win. Then we've got white ink markers. All right, so these are really handy. And again, we'll give these a shot to see if they work. But these white ink markers are great for writing on anything that's black, obviously. If I can get it open. Everything comes all, you know, in sealed packaging and where it's from. Probably while I'm going through that as well, I never pay for postage. This is all free delivery, this stuff, so the cost is included in the delivery, obviously, but I didn't have to pay a cent. Now these, in tool shops, in hardware stores, whatever you like, are $7.99 each. These, for a 3-pack, $2.10. So let's see if they work. I've got a black pad here. Look at that. Beautiful. Take it to the bank, bargain. As long as you put the lid back on. I've got a problem with not putting lids back on, my own fault. Bargain, win. Then we're going to move to nitrile gloves. Now, I use these things all the time. Is if any time my hands are going to get absolutely busted up using grease or paint or whatever it might be. I work a job where, you know, I'm in offices and stuff, so I don't really want the mechanic's hands. And these things are a lifesaver. However, they are quite expensive. Now, full disclosure, I have bought these off Temu before. The fit is excellent. So I've got pretty large hands. These are the extra large size. They fit like a glove, funnily enough. And the key for that is too, which I find really important, especially, you know, you're working away, you want to be able to get access to your phone, and these work perfectly. You can see I'm scrolling there. They work perfectly through your phone as well. So they're a definite win. The price on those, I got a 40-pack of the gloves, and the price was $6.49. For a 100-pack in my hardware store, it's $19.90. So not a huge saving on that one, probably about 30% less in price, but I'll buy those over and over again. The next thing that we're coming up on is sanding discs. Now, I got a 50-pack of these sanding discs. These are hook and loop, 125mm with the dust extraction holes in them. And to be honest, the quality on these looks just as good as any one I've seen in my hardware store. Now, I paid for 50 of these, $8.68. For 50 of them in my hardware store, $34. So that is a massive saving. So really, really happy with that. Beautiful. Next up, Teflon tape. Again, something I use heaps of. Irrigation, changing a tap inside, whatever it might be. The quality looks totally fine on this. Look, not a huge saving on these. These were dirt cheap. So $2.44 for this. In the hardware store, they're about 70 odd cents a roll, making it $7.48 for that. So, you know, $7.48 versus $2.44, no brainer. Chuck a packet into your cart, easy done. So then I purchased these circuit cutters as well. Now these circuit cutters, would you believe, are $2.88. It's hard to believe the price. The cheapest ones I could find in my electronics store were $24.98, and they look like comparable quality, right? So these are the clippers. All right, they've got a nice action. They feel good in the hand. You know, we'll give them a shot. We'll cut some wire. We'll see if they're any good. But you know, for a tenth the price of the ones in the store, you could probably buy 10 of them, and you know, just replace them as need be. So good value, but we will give them a shot. Next up, we've got, now this was a specialty item. This was an item I needed for a project that I'm doing. Couldn't actually find any locally that were any good, so I'm hoping these are. These are just heavy duty plastic. I think they call them furniture covers, but I've got them for covering up. I'm gonna actually cover up some things in my greenhouse that I don't want to get wet. And you know, these are just basically heavy duty plastic bags, which cost $11 for a 10-pack. So, you know, a bit over $1 each. But the quality looks totally fine on those. I'm happy with that purchase, and I'd buy those again. So I'm gonna take that as a win, but we're not comparing those to anything for now. I just couldn't find them anywhere locally. Now I've got a couple of big wins here. You ever just needed a small washer to do the job out of stainless steel, and you go into the hardware store and a 25-pack of them goes for $5. Well, I've got a 1,000-pack of them here, and the 1,000-pack costs $9. So $9 for 1,000, or 25 pieces for $5. You do the math on that. They're stainless steel. I'm not going to open them up. 304 grade. They look totally fine. As long as they don't rust on me out in the weather, we're winning. And so the last item I bought is these jewellery screws. Now, not gonna lie on this, I actually got duped on this. I was buying them in a hurry. I had so much stuff going to the cart, and it was telling me that I only had a certain amount of time left to get the specials, because they give you deals, right? It's like playing a game every time you buy stuff off this site. But 1,000 piece. Now these would be really good for fixing the kids' Nintendo Switches. They always seem to be losing these screws. You know, fixing a watch, fixing a pair of glasses or something like that. Pretty good deal. It was $5.99 for 1,000 pieces. Like, there's heaps of little washers in there, nylon ones. They're stainless steel, and you know, when you compare them to a 50 pack that I could get here locally, it is $4.75. So 50 versus 1,000 for the same money. You know, probably Temu for the win on that one as well, I would say. Now that is the hardware supplies that I bought. I did buy some auto supplies as well, so we'll go and have a look at what auto stuff that I bought. Well, all right, I do love my my cars as well, and I'm forever buying car bits to make sure that I'm keeping them looking clean and $1 million. Now, first up here, I've got these applicator pads. Now these are great for putting on polish. I usually use the well-known brand name one. Now the well-known brand name one, a 2-pack is $7.99. Now, mind you, the quality on them is excellent. I don't want to knock that product. It is a very good product. These came in a 12-pack for $1.97. Absolutely dirt cheap. Probably when I feel the quality of them in my hand, they aren't anywhere as good as the ones that I have been buying. But I would say that they'd still be totally fine and do the job. I'll be trying those on a small patch first. So, you know, they are very, very cheap, but you know, they're probably half the thickness, and they do feel a little rougher, and the foam's not as fine knit as the ones that I've been buying that are quite expensive here. So, you know, I will give them a shot, but you know, potentially leave them out if you're going to polish something that's worth a lot to you. Maybe give them a miss. They might be good for doing the boat or something like that. The next one was microfiber towels. Now this is a 12-pack of towels. It was $7.97. Probably about the same price as the local shops, to be honest. Didn't really save any money on these. And the quality on them, you know, they're pretty small. Like, you can see the size of them, but the quality on them is pretty good. They're not bad. Take it or leave it. You can chuck them in if you wanted just to add something to get your free postage or whatever, but probably give them a miss as well if you needed to. Not really saving too much. The next thing I got there is a funnel. Now, it's a very small funnel. I actually thought it was bigger. When you're buying these, it shows you a picture, doesn't give you much of a description. And I thought it might have been a little bit bigger, but it was $1.62. So to be fair, it was as cheap as chips. You know, it's got the little siphon and the little, you know, the little catch there. But this would be really, really handy for putting in things such as, you know, gearbox fluid into a motorbike or something like that. It's a bit of a smaller one. Now, I did see a very, very comparable one in my auto parts store. Like, honestly, I could have sworn it was the same one for $5.99. So, you know, $1.62 versus $5.99, 100%, I would buy that again. Good purchase. Next one are car towels. Now I buy these quite regularly as well, because I use these for drying the car. I've got a car that just seems to have a lot of nooks and crannies, and it always gets, you know, it's hard to dry. So I use these things. Again, when I bought these, I thought they'd be bigger. They are quite small. These 2-pack of towels cost $2.88, and the comparable ones in the store are $9.88 for a 2-pack. So, and you know, I'd say the quality is on par. You know, again, I probably would buy them again. $2.88, right? I'd buy them again. Not too bad. And the last one in the auto parts, and I actually really needed this. So I haven't ridden my motorbike for a while. The fuel's stale, so I need a hand pump to siphon out the old fuel. Now, this is legit the exact same one that I have seen packaged up in the auto parts store. I paid $3.31 for this, and the auto parts store, it's $14.99. So get on it. There's not much that can go wrong with that. So, you know, absolute bargain there as well. Winning. Last couple of items are for inside, more for the home. So I'll give you a look at these as well. Move over to the side there. So the first one that I've got up on the board here is magic sponges. Now, if you know these things, these are great for cleaning, you know, your sinks, your showers, you know, what have you. It's really good for cleaning pools as well. I use these to clean the pool. This was an absolute steal. So this is a 32-pack. It was $1.39. Now for a 2-pack in the shops, $4.65 for a 2-pack. 32, $1.39. And just looking at them, they are they are exactly the same. They feel the same in the hand, they're the same size, I swear they'll be the same manufacturer. Don't quote me on that. But excellent purchase. That, to be honest, is probably a couple of years worth for us. Very, very good purchase. Get on those, people, bargain. The next one is a USB port hub. Now I needed this for a couple of reasons. We'll give this a shot and see if it works right. But the price on this was just absolutely ridiculous. This was $4.29. Now I found the cheapest one I could find didn't look as good, and it was 20 bucks, right, in the shop. So you can see it's a USB port. It's got on and offs, it's got indicator lights, it plugs into the USB. I more or less needed this so I can run more phones out. I won't be overloading it, but I do need more than one port, particularly for running. I've got some lights inside, some LED lights that I run for some photography stuff. So I bought this, so we'll give that a shot and see if it works. But you know, 100% if this works, that was a bargain, a really good bargain. Another thing I bought, Teflon scissors. So you can see these, the Teflon just feels like the pan's inside, looks like pretty good quality to me. The handle, they feel good. Bought these just to have as kitchen scissors in the drawer, and I hate having regular scissors because they get all sticky and yucky, so hence the Teflon ones. $5.58, cheapest I could find them in any store was $9.99. So again, you know, nearly half the price. As long as they cut good, bargain, get on it. And the very last thing is a bit of a gimmick. You know, love a gimmick though. I hate it when you don't know how much gas is left in your gas bottle, right? This is a little magnet that's meant to tell me the level. You can see it in the light there, it's hard. We'll give it a shot, we'll stick on the gas bottle. It was $1.88. I don't know if you can get these around locally, you probably can. They're probably from the same place, but won't have to pick the gas bottle up and shake it and, you know, try and guess how much is in there and run out at the barbecue. So we'll see if that works. If it does, good purchase. And that was $100 at Temu. And there you have it, $100 spent on Temu. All in all, saved a lot of money for things that I would buy quite regularly from a hardware store. I think when you get on these type of apps, it's knowing what you're going to buy. These are all consumables, things that, you know, if they break, no big deal, and I'm going to use them. You know, if it was coming to power tools or, you know, high-end tech and that type of thing, I probably would steer clear. Took about 8 or 10 days to get to me from China to Australia. And they've got this really cool thing in the app where that if the price fluctuates on any of the products that you bought within that time, they give you a refund for the difference. And in my case, it was $4.70 that they refunded me because some of the products had changed in price. The app is pretty crazy. There is games, there's all sorts of weird stuff. Don't turn your notifications on, it's just a nightmare. But if you do want to save a buck, I think it is worth checking out for yourself. You can use PayPal as well, so it was secure. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll continue to use them for all this sort of bits and pieces that I need, but I'll also be supporting my local for all the good quality stuff that I need as well. So thanks for watching. You've been Home on the Tools with James, and I'll catch you in the next video.